Hello, Dragon Ball fans, and welcome to the King's Court. Alright, another week, another new episode of Daima. Okay, so, episode 8 just dropped, and just like all the other videos, I'll go over the main points of the new episode, give my overall thoughts on them, and come up with a couple of ideas and possible theories that might be happening and see if they come true. So, if you like these videos, you want to see more Dragon Ball content, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, so I know there's more interest, and let me know what you thought of this episode. I thought it was pretty good. The action, okay, even though we're only on episode 8, and there has, like, last episode was some of them have been a little bit of a drag, like, they got to set it up and all that, but this might be the best fight that the series has had so far. At least, not series. This might be the best fight Daima's had so far. Not gonna lie, this fight was hype. Okay, so the beginning of this episode opens up with the last one ended. We all knew in going into at the end of episode 7 that Goku was gonna be fighting the first of the Tamagamis, so, the one with the big hammer. Oh, so if anyone can remember, let me know in the comments, because I don't know if this Tamagami had a name. I don't know if any of them have like specific one. I could be wrong. Sorry about that. So the one with the huge hammer. So Goku is basically fighting the Tamagami, and just like standard Goku things, he's basically trying to like to gauge his opponent. And as soon as he starts knowing that, okay, this guy is pretty strong, he transforms into Super Saiyan. And as soon as he does that, I'm not gonna lie, this is where the fight really got good. He was bobbing, weaving. It looked a lot like Ultra Instinct Goku, Master Ultra Instinct Goku from the Tournament of Power. He was really dodging everything. He jumped on the hammer, then it broke, and we got the return of an amazing move. Now, in midair, basically, for the record, if you haven't seen this fight, go check it out. I'm not gonna lie, it was straight gas the entire time. So in the air. I was getting Cell games flashbacks. Goku was about to launch the Kamehameha, and while he was doing that, he transformed into Super Saiyan 2. So this is pretty much making me think that we're gonna eventually see the return of not only Super Saiyan 3, but it really does look like they're trying to set something up for down the road. Who knows? So Goku goes Super Saiyan 2 and is launching like probably the biggest Kamehameha we've seen in Daima so far. And the Tamagami tries to deflect it. Because standard, before Goku went Super Saiyan 2, he did this, Goku things. He basically told his opponent it's time to stop holding back. And that's where they start going full power. So right after that flash, it looked like the Tamagami had it done. Because he managed to basically, deflect the beam. But Goku did the same thing he did to Cell. He instant transmissioned and literally gave him the Raccoon treatment. He elbowed him so hard in the gut, and that's where the Tamagami gave up and surrendered. So they got the first Dragon Ball, but there is a catch. Before he gives them the Dragon Ball, they got one more test they have to complete. Now, this is also, I'm not gonna lie, when this happened, I was thinking, is he gonna like transform or something? No. I should have saw something like this coming, because instead of a fight, because he already won the fight, instead he has to beat him in a game. Now I don't mean like they're gonna pull out a dual disc or something. The Tamagami gets a table set up that has multiple cups, and he pulls out the Dragon Ball from his chest. Which, yeah, now we do know that these Dragon Balls are as big as the Namekian Dragon Balls. He sets it under one of the cups, and we can kind of figure out where this is going. Goku literally had to figure out where the ball was, and if he does, he gets it. And Goku had it right. Apparently, none of them had it, and I'm not gonna lie, I thought for a sec he was gonna say something like, I don't know, the Dragon Ball was really inside, I don't know, him or something, or someone else's hold. No, apparently the last minute the Tamagami threw it into the crowd, and Goku somehow managed to keep up with that while it was going. Kind of reminds me of the coin challenge from Hunter x Hunter. If you've seen that, if you've seen Hunter x Hunter. So Goku has the first Dragon Ball, the 3-star one. Now they have to get 2 more. So they 1 down, 2 to go. And this is where a transition happens. A transition to the mid part of the episode. Now this is where things got crazy. We open up with the Supreme Kai's sister, which I'm not gonna lie, this episode, I already looked on Twitter, already got some people going pretty crazy. Arinsu. God, I hope I'm saying that right. Yeah, I hope I'm saying that right. Anyways, in this episode, not episode, in this part of the episode, we see King Kai's sister, Arinsu, on what I'm assuming is like some kind of magical device that's letting her fly. She's in front of this huge tree that looks straight out of a fairy tale or something, and she goes inside, and there's this larger female who's stirring what I'm assuming is supposed to be like a big black cauldron. Now, this is where things also get interesting. We also get a glimpse of what the Demon King and Supreme Kai's brother are up to. They're watching more flashbacks from previous episodes. In this one, it looks like they're watching when Vegeta sacrificed himself to blow up Majin Buu. But we all know that didn't work. But that's not the most interesting part of that. What happened was, apparently, now again, I know that a lot of people aren't really a lot of fans have been arguing whether or not Daima is considered canon or not. For Daima's canon, basically, I'm just going to go by what we see when it comes to these videos. Apparently, Arinsu was at the fight with Majin Buu. Apparently, after Vegeta blew himself up, and before Majin Buu reassembled himself, she was there. And she also grabbed a piece of Majin Buu before he completely reassembled. So that is crazy already. But then we see the woman stirring the pot, literally. And apparently she's mixing a bunch of stuff together, and in it is the part of Majin Buu that she managed to save. So she's been preparing this because this is set a couple of years after the end of the Buu era. So she's been getting ready for this. After this, the woman basically, they take it outside, and they basically are discussing, and we find out this older woman, God, I hope I can find a picture of her, apparently is the woman who created Majin Buu. Now, this is pretty big because Majin Buu's origin has been retconned twice already. Originally in Dragon Ball's manga, if I remember, it was the manga. It was said that Bibidi created Majin Buu himself. And then, later on, I think in an interview, Toriyama retconned it himself and said he found Majin Buu. That Bibidi found Majin Buu. But now, we find out, no, apparently, this woman created Majin Buu for Bibidi. Apparently, Bibidi went to her and asked her to create some kind of monster that he can control. And that ended up being Majin Buu. But the problem was, and we already knew this from what happened to Babidi with Buu, Buu was impossible to control. So she considered him a failure. Not only that, we see on her cloak is the Majin symbol. So yeah, that's even more crazy to think about. So not only was apparently Arinsu was at the fight between Vegeta and Buu, but now we also know who created Buu to begin with. And apparently Bibidi, we're even getting a little bit of story on him, is from the Demon Realm, which we kind of figured out. But he also went to her to create her. And this woman's name is Marba. God, I hope I'm saying that right. So this witch Marba, which makes me when I heard her name was Marba, that sounds like Baba. So I wonder if that's just like a thing with witches, or maybe it could be like just a small reference to her. Anyways, so we find out what her and Arinsu are planning. She is trying to basically become the Supreme Demon King of all the three of the Demon Realms. Because so far, we've seen there's three. We've seen two kings. Originally, Deborah was king, and then the current king, the short one who kidnapped Dende and wished for everyone to be turned to kids, we found, he's the current Demon King. And we also know that Panchi's dad is the current Demon King of the third realm. So that means we're missing one more. So we've seen so far most of the kings, but she wants to be the big one in charge. And that's apparently her plan. So we also see that she's creating a new Majin Buu. At least that's what I'm assuming she's doing. They never really said that it's a new Majin Buu, but pretty much they're creating a new entity that she can control because apparently for that she had to. I already seen Twitter. I know there are some people out there who wished it was them. She had to spit into the cauldron so that way there's like a connection to them. Now, I don't know why. Maybe it's the whole thing with the witch and the aesthetic, but when I heard that and saw that, it reminded me of that movie Pumpkinhead. If anyone's seen that, where the person wishing for Pumpkinhead to come to life is connected to the monster. I don't know why. Maybe my mind is still on Halloween mode. But so yeah, that was really interesting. And then we also get a little more get a little more information on what her plan is. She wants to get all three of the Dragon Balls of the Demon Realm to make her ultimately powerful. And that's why she's creating this new entity in order to help get the other two. But we already knew that Gloria was already working with her, but we didn't know what. Now we know what. He's basically on her payroll and is basically, I'm assuming, is going to lead into like some kind of double cross or something, because he's working for her, which means to her, she already said this, she already has one of the Dragon Balls claimed, like already taken care of, which means something is going to come up eventually involving her and Gloria and Panchi and Goku and the Supreme Kai. So only time will tell what happens there. And then in the end part of the episode, we transition to Hybis giving a ride still to Bulma, Piccolo, Vegeta, who basically are just going to meet Goku and them at the second Demon Realm. And it wasn't that important, but Hybis is just really funny. Like, the freaking discussion he was having with the king. Basically, the king was telling them just to, because they apparently, when news spread that Goku beat the protector of one of the Dragon Balls and now they have one in their possession, they were already partying and celebrating, so he was in a good mood and told him to just meet them at the second Demon Realm. And told him to go stay at a hotel. Hybis straight up said, "Are you paying?" I don't know. I just thought that was funny. And then, when Bulma heard that, she got all excited about the idea of going to like a 5-star hotel. And then he tells her that he's excited to drink a thing called mud-colored wine. And then she's never heard of it. And then she tries asking him, "What does it taste like?" Then he said, "Like mud." Oh man, can't be nearly as bad as a lot of the beers on the market right now. So that's pretty much where the episode ends. So basically from this episode, we got a lot of backstory on Majin Buu's origins. So, because I've always wondered that, because I remember reading and watching Z and reading the manga, knowing that it did say that at one point Bibbidi found Buu, and then when I heard supposedly it was changed to when he found him, but now we know that apparently, again, this is if you go by Daima as canon, that no, he was created, but Bibbidi pretty much ordered it. Kind of like when you go to like you like order a pizza or something, you tell them what you want, they make it for you. It's like that. So this is really interesting. So this is setting up a lot from what we know already. One, we know eventually there's going to be something involving the fusion bug thing, because they haven't brought those up since Goku got them. So I'm expecting that to come up as soon as, probably when they meet up with Vegeta, because Vegeta and Piccolo haven't even gotten into a fight yet with anybody. Also, Hybis also low-key roasted Vegeta by straight up saying he's not a king, so he doesn't care what he thinks. Okay, not gonna lie, that was funny, seeing Vegeta have to say please. Reminded me of the flashback in Battle of the Gods where he had to dance for to keep Beerus calm. So, but anyways, so we know eventually something like that's going to come up. But now we also know, looks like we're going to be getting a new Majin Buu, or at least a new Majin, basically. And this one's going to be controlled by Rinsu. So, all in all, I think this episode was really good, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting really excited for the future episodes because they're setting up a lot. So, and like I said, the animation for Daima has been probably the best part so far. So I'm really excited to see how they're gonna do that with Vegeta and all them. Because again, Goku's had about 2 fights, one with Glorio and one with the Tamagami. and a couple of other fights if you count like with the henchmen who were basically that Goku saved those towns demons from. So Goku's already had enough fights already. So we haven't seen Vegeta in them yet. So I'm really interested, especially since Vegeta and them haven't really tried flying or anything in the demon realm. So I'm really curious if they're gonna have the same issue Goku had at first. But again, we'll see in the next few episodes what's going to happen. So let me know in the comments what you thought of this episode. I thought it was really good, and it was really crazy getting some more lore on Buu. I wonder if they're going to give even more, too, like more on Bibbidi or stuff like that. So we'll find out. So that's pretty much it for this video. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more, don't forget to like the video so it knows more interest, and I'll see you in the next time. Have a good week. Take care. Bye.